if you want to, or we can just set it for a trial date and deal with it on the date of trial. Good afternoon, Ms. Williams-Law.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
All right, let's get going. Where are those files that I printed out?
The Gutierrez and
Let's get the,
I'm missing them. I have to call downstairs.
they don't have file anymore.
Well, they probably just have to create it. They just didn't.
You're giving me the wrong file for
Let me see. Well, I'll just put that up there.
inside, this was inside.
This was, okay.
Okay, who's on the iPhone? The gentleman with the high top haircut. What's your name, sir?
The Cartier gun.
Gunn. Okay, good afternoon to you.
How you
Hey,
doing
sir.
today, sir?
I got disconnected.
All right. Let's get going.
Hey.
This is
Oh, you back? You had me.
Creo que se me durmió de nuevo.
Do you still want the printouts?
También de acá, a ver si me dice lo que dice. No entiendo.
Let's call the state of Michigan versus Ronaldo Gutierrez, case number SX4042371. Appearance for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ben Werbling, P64889 on behalf of the defendant.
And state your name for the record, Mr. Gutierrez.
Hernando Gutiérrez.
I'm already a little bit jealous of Mr. Gutierrez, or I say envious of Mr. Gutierrez. He, according to what this thing says, he lives in the city that I want to live in.
Nice.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir. Miami, Florida.
The bottom.
You and me both, Your Honor.
Yeah, as they call it in the hood, the bottom. In college, I met two of my friends that still live in Miami. They grew up born and raised in Miami. They call it the bottom. Did you ever heard that term, Mr. Gutierrez?
First time.
First time? That's old school. Well, today is the date and time set for Raymond in the matter. Go ahead.
Bye-bye.
Judge, for arraignment purposes, we'll stand here. We'll wait for a reading at this time, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. I'm gonna give him a $0 bond. And Mr. Gutierrez, you heard off the record what we mentioned about the offer. I don't know what the state is gonna offer on that. We can get a state attorney if you'd like to wait, or if you just want to set a trial date, we'll get a trial date, get you back on November the 28th at 9 a.m. and deal with the case on that day. What would you like to do? You also can speak to Mr. Warbling in a breakout room if you want.
Yeah, can I speak with Mr. Warbling?
All right, very well. Join the room, please. I don't have an actual ticket up here anyway. We're calling down to the court to see if we can get an actual ticket.
He actually paid.
Who did?
Garcia Ruiz.
I don't see a comp one.
It's a one on, put the one in front of it. It's not on the calendar, but.
No, SX4024237
Garcia,
is the only thing he's got.
not, you talking about for Garcia.
No, I'm talking about Gutierrez.
Oh, Gutierrez is coming.
All right, let's move on. As soon as that interpreter comes, Mr. Garcia, I'm gonna get you back to making that good, supervising and making that good food over there about Altos.
For what day?
I'm waiting on the interpreter, so as soon as the interpreter comes in, we'll get you move out of here.
Okay.
Let's call Mrs. Yashari Son Lewis. Miss Lewis? She left us. All right, let's go to God. Oh, this file is big right here. According to him, he doesn't get in any trouble.
Okay, but I need that, okay?
Oh, when he gets in trouble, he gets in the worst kind.
Get out.
Who was that? I heard a little kid cussing.
No, that was my little sister. She was asking me about her homework.
Oh. All right. You good? I'm not here. All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Gutierrez. Mr. Gutierrez, I've given you an opportunity to speak with Mr. Warbling in the breakout room. And Mr. Warbling, what does your client want to do?
Your Honor, he wants to waive the jury trial and have him set for a trial before you, Judge.
All right, I'm going to set a trial date of November 28th, 2022 at 9 a.m. Zoom back in on that time, sir.
With the same Zoom ID?
Same Zoom ID.
All right,
And
thank
then
you.
at 9 a.m., we'll get the matter, we'll get some resolution on that date. And send some of that, keep sending that warm weather up here because it's about to get cold, all right?
Thank you.
Have a good day, sir. Good luck.
Same, bye-bye, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah. All right. This is the city of Detroit versus Eric Terrell Godwin, case number C8086971. Appearance for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ben Warbling on behalf of the defendant.
Just state your name for the record, Mr.
Eric Godbot.
Godbot. All right.
And for arraignment purposes, Mr. Godbot will stand mute. He'll wait for a reading at this time, Your Honor.
All right, we'll enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We'll give him a $0 bond. Now, Mr. Godbot, well, no, we're not going to give him a $0 bond. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to give him, based on the nature of the allegation, we're going to go to a $500 personal bond. We're going to start off with that. As for other conditions on my drunk driving first, I want you to test one time per week. I don't want you to be drinking during the pendency of this case. I want you to test one time per week. And I want to know if you're going to try to hire your own lawyer, you're going to use the one that's in here on a regular basis, or the attorney that's here, or you want us to try to appoint you a lawyer from the court.
I could use that one that's there, sir.
Well, the only unfortunate part about Mr. Warbling is that he is a very good attorney. I'll give him that. And I think you would be very well represented. The unfortunate part is he doesn't come in, he doesn't necessarily come in here every day. So he's here today to service people for cases on arraignments and something that's going to clear up. And I'm not even going to let you take a plea on this today because I want you to get some kind of lawyer in order to see that you're well represented. So one, we can appoint see if we can appoint an attorney for you, or you can go hire your own.
Okay, you can appoint one for me.
All right. Can we get let's see if we can get I need a good phone number from you, sir.
313-482.
Get him right now on this case, because he needs to get discovery. I have information in discovery, Mr. Warbling, that, they say they got good audio and video. So there's some work that should be done. $500. Go ahead, 13. I'm waiting on the number.
313-482-1348.
8.
This one mine is junk.
Mute that table.
Mr. Goodman, can you mute your device?
I already muted it. Thank you, Ms. Winslow.
This is for Eric Godbout.
Yeah, we need a spot appointment. We're gonna see if we can call a lawyer right now and get them on the line right now for you, because on these drunk driving cases, time is really of the essence. I don't know if the city is still standing behind that notion that they are going to
Thank you so much.
destroy the video evidence or after a certain amount of time. But I would like to get this case appointed immediately. All right, let's pass that matter and let's look it up until we have somebody. Mr. Gunn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let's see what you have. You got a laundry list of stuff too.
Me?
All right, let's call the cases. This is the city of Detroit versus DeCartier Rayshawn Gunn, case number SP 1251903, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1252252, counts 1. SP 1348845. SP 1348846. 217-33026, counts 1 and counts 2. 217-36140, counts 1 and counts 2. And let's say SP 107-72511. This also includes SP 107-72512. Let me look and see if there's any more. Let's also call SP 454-8911. That's SP 454-8911. Appearance for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ben Warbling, P64889 on behalf of the defendant.
State your name for the record, Mr. Gunn, please.
DeCartier Rayshawn Gunn.
All right, today is the date and time set for a show cause, arraignment, and arraignment on the bench warrant. Go ahead, Counselor.
Your Honor, for arraignment purposes, we will stand mute, wait for a reading. We ask that any KPS be set aside and warrants recalled.
All right, I'm going to recall the warrants. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf, and I'm going to give him a $0 bond. I can get you an offer now, Mr. Gunn, or I can get you a pretrial date. And you take that time to see what you need to do to get a valid driver's license. That should help you in being able to properly tender a better offer from the city. You got two of these tickets.
Well, now,
They're under. Let's, strange. Two of these tickets, Mr. Warbling, the SP 4548911 and the SP 755021. They come up under Mr. Gunn. Let's see. They come up under Mr. Gunn's name, but when I go to the register of action, they come up Deja Monet Gunn. And it says a female. So I don't know what's going on with that. Let me try a different way. All right, I'll pull up some more tickets. Let's also call SP 107-7251, counts 1 and counts 2.
No. I responded based on the email.
SP 134-8845, count 1 and count 3. All right, I don't know really what to do with SP 4548911 and SP 6755021.
You see,
Those tickets on the system are listed under Gun, Dejanay, Monet. Miss Mathis.
yes.
All right, when you look up these tickets, when you look up Mr. Gunn's name and look in the system, these two tickets right here are under a different name. But when I print them out, they come under his name. So we'll still recall all the warrants, give a $0 bond. Do you know? Do you mind me asking if your client knows a Dejanay Monet Gun, Mr. Warbling?
No, I don't mind, Judge.
Do you know a Dejanay Monet Gun?
No, sir. Can you spell it for me?
D-A-I-J-A. Deja.
Oh no, sir, not at all. Is her last name spelled like mine with 2 N's?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have any clue who that is.
And what we got,
So here, you see how those things are?
I got it.
They're under his name.
I got it. Right?
That's him. And
This
it's
is
spelled,
right here.
yeah, it's spelled with 2 different, he has a space in the Cartier. And then that Monet Gun right there, when I pull up the summary, these 2 tickets come up under his name. But, all right. What do you want to do? You want to wait on an offer? You want to set them for trial? What do you want to do? You want to speak to Mr. Warbling?
Settle for trial. Like, what can you explain? Like, what you talking about when you say that?
So that means that we set it for trial, then we'll just, good morning, good afternoon, Ms. Hernandez. That means we'll set it for trial we'll just get the officers in here if they show up, and we'll deal with all the tickets on that day, and we'll get it cleared up on that day. Or you can get an offer today, and you can clear them all up today. I don't know which one will be better for you, but it's up to you. I'm gonna set aside the defaults in SP 1251903, counts 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna set those defaults aside. So we can break that into whatever his resolution. Speak to Mr. Warbling so he can get you, help you make an informed decision, and then come back and let us know what you want to do. Join the breakout room.
Okay.
So when you read his name, you looked him up, you typed his name, right?
Then I go to then I go to the screen where it's the F4 screen, and that stuff comes up. But if you go down,
In this area right here.
go down to the others, go back to the other screen. Okay, now go down to the last ticket in his name. So you don't have the same, I put the space in
You
there.
put, I did too, but I didn't put the slash.
Well, go under his driver's license number.
When you go in his driver's license number, this is what you get. F, you get the whole stuff.
I know, and
But when you
I
do
got,
like this, and you want his name, F4, you can do either or. Get the one ticket.
I know, and then I went under, so go under the Monet name. And then see
Which
what
one, the
happens.
name or the driver's license?
Whatever, try one of the other.
No, that's it. That's under her name. Cause see,
And then I
sometimes.
go under the driver's license. So I don't see how this printed out like that. I'm gonna try it.
Let me see. This is what you did. This is what you printed out. These is her tickets though.
So here, look,
SP.
if you go under this way, go
I
type
see
in,
it right here.
no, go type
I
in.
see this, this is, but I see what you got. I
Go
see,
type in,
these is
go-
her tickets.
Go type it in, I'm gonna show you how I got there.
Okay.
Go type in the already done with the, just like, but you gotta spell it right.
Spelled it right. Okay, I got D Curry.
Look at the spell on there.
Okay, DACARD.
E. E-A. And then now go,
Hit enter
yeah. Now, go down,
to Deja.
no, you still don't have the
Oh, I think, which
right.
one?
E-I-A,
You said E.
D-A with a space.
Okay, how do you start?
C-A-R-D-E-I-A.
C-A-R-D.
With the space in
I'll
there.
put the space right here.
Mhm. Now go to the other, hit the F11 button. F11, F11. Okay, go to the last, that last Carrier yet, and hit the driver's license. Now, yep. You see,
It's good. I seen it when I was.
so how does it come up two different ways like that?
There must be some, because they sitting so close to each other. Because these is her tickets and I seen them on the screen. You know, you're showing me this one. I seen them. So let's see. That's somebody putting us around ticket numbers. But see, when you look at it like this,
She's not up, right?
these are her ticket
Hello.
numbers, right?
Okay, let's go, Ms. Hernandez.
How are-
Good afternoon to you. We have Mr. Garcia here, and he needs an interpreter. So while they're in there speaking, let me swear you in, Ms. Hernandez.
Okay,
All right, can you state your name for the record, Ms. Hernandez?
yes, Your Honor, my name is Emma Hernandez, as CAO qualified Spanish interpreter.
All right, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly, accurately, and impartially interpret in the manner now before the court and not divulge confidential communications, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
And do you swear or affirm that to the best of your ability, that you will interpret from English to Spanish and Spanish to English?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right, very well. You can put your hand down,
Thank
and let's go back on the record with Mr. Is he still here?
Señor García, ¿todavía está en la galería del
So,
Zoom?
Mr. Warbling, is Mr.
Hey.
Gunn still here?
Sorry, Judge, I didn't want to interrupt you. We had to bring him out. I don't know. He doesn't know how to leave the breakout room. I
Okay,
apologize.
he's back on now. Let's finish up with Mr. Gunn. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Gunn. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strike the SP. I'm gonna strike the SP 4548911 and SP 6755021 from the record. Somehow that's coming up funny. I don't think that that's Mr. Gunn. I think that that's a Miss Gunn. But if it comes up when you try to get a driver's license, sir, you're gonna have to come on back. And we'll see what we can do. What does your client want to do, Mr. Warbling?
Judge, he wants to waive the jury trial and have a bench trial, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Is that what you want to do, Mr. Gunn?
Yes, sir.
We're going to give you a trial date on November 28th, 2022 at 9 a.m.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
So come back then and hopefully we can get some resolution to all this on that date, all right? Bring some money with you just in case, okay? Did he go out?
May have, Judge.
Bring some money with you, sir. Well, let me set aside the default.
Would I have to come into court or would it be on Zoom?
Well, whatever you want. I'm supposed to put that stuff on the record, Mr. Warbling. as far
Understood,
as
Judge.
Making a record of it. What's gonna, are you working, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm gonna allow you to come in via Zoom. The court has discretion. There is some new court rules that say that the trial date should be in person, but the court still has discretion. I'm gonna find it good cause to allow you to appear by Zoom. You are working, and I don't want you to have to miss work. And I don't want you to have to, I just don't want you to have to miss work. So I'm going to set aside the defaults, and we're going to set all the matters for a trial / formal hearing on 11/28/2022 in person. Okay.
Yes, and just to make sure, you said this trial date is set on November the 22nd at 9 o'clock, right?
No, I didn't. I said the trial date is going to be set for November the 28th.
Oh, 28th. Okay.
2022.
Okay.
At 9. All right.
All right, the 28th. I'm sorry, I got it mixed up.
I'm sorry. That's why we want to be. I'm glad you asked. You make yourself thorough.
Okay.
All right. All right. I'll see you back on that date, sir. Have a great day. Good luck to
You too.
all right?
You too. Stay safe.
You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Let's go to Mr. Garcia Ruiz. Let's see. Where is Mr. Garcia Ruiz's file?
Right here. I have to put on the.
All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Mario Guadalupe versus Garcia Ruiz, case numbers SB 1296450, counts 2 and counts 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ben Warbling, P 64889 on behalf of the defendant.
Ok, este es el caso de la ciudad de Detroit contra el señor Mario Guadalupe García Ruiz, número de caso SP 129-6450, cargos 2 y 3. Por favor, dígase su nombre para que conste en el acta. Buenos días, señoría. Yo soy el abogado Warbling, número 648.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Representando al señor García. Mr. Warbling, can you repeat your PIN name, please?
Sure, P64, oh, my full name or my bar number?
Your bar number.
I'm sorry, 64889.
889, ok. Thank you. Yo soy el abogado Benjamin Warbling y mi número de registro es 24889. Señor, diga su nombre para que conste en el acta.
Mario García.
Mario García.
Okay, today is the date and time set for arraignment in the matter.
Ok, hoy es el día y la hora agendado para la lectura de cargos de este caso.
Judge, for purposes of the arraignment, my client's going to stand mute. He's going to waive formal reading at this time, Your Honor.
Ok, su señoría, para los propósitos de esta lectura de cargos, mi cliente va a permanecer en silencio y nosotros cedemos la lectura formal.
Okay, I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf, give him a $0 bond. And your client paid a related civil infraction of careless driving. I don't know if your client knew at the time that when he paid that ticket, he admitted responsibility and therefore gained 3 points on his driving record because of that.
Ok, él tiene los cargos de manejar con descuido. Y yo no sé si su cliente sabe que al él pagar ese ticket, él automáticamente está aceptando la responsabilidad. Y eso es un ticket que lleva 3 puntos en su licencia de conducir.
I'm gonna get the city attorney in here so you can speak to him, Mr. Warbling, regarding the matter. I don't know if he's willing to dismiss based on that payment or whether he's willing to allow him to set aside the default.
Ok, yo voy a mandar este caso, yo voy a hablar con el fiscal de la ciudad para ver si esto es por este ticket o si es por alguna otra cosa. Lo voy a apartar un momento.
All right, Mr. Goss, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Señor Goss, por favor, ponga su nombre para que conste en el acta. El señor Goss es el fiscal, el abogado de la ciudad.
May it please this honorable court, Dante Goss, P60162, on behalf of the people.
Ok, mi nombre es Dante Goss y yo estoy representando a la fiscalía en este caso y mi número de registro es 60162.
All right, Mr. Goss, we have Mr. Garcia Ruiz here, who has paid a related civil infraction of careless driving. He has a no insurance misdemeanor and a driving while license suspended. I want you to go into the breakout room and have a discussion with Mr. Warbling and see what Mr. Warbling, what you and Mr. Warbling can work out, all right?
No problem.
Ok, señor Goss, yo quisiera que usted fuera a una sala de consulta privada con el señor Warbling, que es el representante, el abogado del señor García Luis. Él tiene una infracción civil, tiene que no, cuestión de que no está manejando, estaba manejando sin seguro y sin licencia. Entonces, por favor, para que ver si ustedes pueden llegar, hablen ustedes y después me avisan entonces que han resuelto.
Mr. Warbling, join the room, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis, I see you decide to come back and see us, right? Good morning, good afternoon, Ms. Lovely.
Good afternoon.
Where is Ms. Lewis?
Hello,
How are you, ma'am?
fine, you?
All right, do you have a driver's license?
No,
Why not? Well, they say you're out there, and I don't want you to speak on it without the representation of your lawyer, because I don't want you to incriminate yourself, all right? But they say you're out there driving without a license.
Yeah.
that's what they say, huh?
No,
Tell them to prove it, huh?
I
Tell
had
them to
a
prove it, huh?
I had a permit.
There you go admitting. I'm sorry to tell you.
That was it. That was it. That was it. I'm okay. That was it, though.
Ms. Lewis, and to everybody, I mean, you gotta really understand, this is not a forum, right, at least at this point, where you, spill your guts and wanna be honest to God to everybody and say, this is a place where I tried to tell you, they made this allegation against you. You're innocent until proven guilty. Now,
Right.
you can talk too much and tell on yourself, and then you'll just be guilty. But if you don't talk, you just might walk.
Okay.
You know? I tell you what, Mr. Godbot there is definitely not talking. You know what I'm saying?
No.
He's not saying nothing. Tell him to prove it, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Garcia Ruiz. Mr. Warbling, I've given you an opportunity to talk to the city attorney regarding the matter in the breakout room. What are you going to do? What are you going to do for your client?
Ok, señor Warbling, yo le di le di la oportunidad de que hablara con el abogado de la ciudad para ver qué podían resolver. Dígame usted qué quiere hacer usted por su cliente.
And Your Honor, from speaking with the city attorney,
Su señoría, al hablar con el abogado de la ciudad, con el fiscal,
they've agreed to dismiss these two misdemeanors because the payment was made on the civil ticket.
ellos están de acuerdo en desestimar estos dos tickets debido a que el señor ya pagó la infracción civil.
Now, I was also giving you an opportunity to see if it looks like Mr. Garcia, are you eligible to get a driver's license, Mr. Garcia? Have you ever had a driver's license before?
Señor García, yo también quería entonces preguntarle, señor García, ¿usted puede sacar una licencia? Señor García. Señor García, el juez le pregunta, ¿usted puede sacar una licencia? ¿Usted podría sacar una licencia?
No.
No, and Your Honor, I have to repeat 2 or 3 times the same question. That was long, and his answer was no.
No, he's not eligible to get a license.
No, he's not. No, señor, entonces usted no es elegible para sacar una licencia, ¿correcto? No, I am not.
No puedo en el momento.
At this moment, I cannot.
All right, with that, I'm going to dismiss the matters based on the agreement through the city attorney and your counselor. I'm going to dismiss the matters because you paid a related civil infraction, all right?
Ok, entonces, usted quiere entonces tomar este acuerdo, al que llegaron su abogado con el abogado fiscal de que se van a dejar caer, se van a quitar estos 2 cargos porque ya usted pagó por el ticket que ya usted pagó. Señor, ¿está de acuerdo?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, if there's nothing further, sir, you're free to leave. The cases are dismissed, all right?
Gracias.
Ok, señor. Entonces, si no hay más nada que, no tiene más nada que decir, usted está libre de ya de desconectarse. Ya los 2 casos fueron cerrados.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Gracias, su señoría.
All right,
Okay,
Ms.
sir.
Hernandez, will you be with us tomorrow, Ms. Hernandez?
No, tomorrow is Mrs. Villarreal.
All right, well, we can't lose with both of you, but it's very good to see you. Thank you for zooming in on the spot, and I will see you very soon, I'm sure.
Yes, you will.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a great
Thank
rest
you,
of your
Your
day.
Honor. Bye-bye. Thank you. Pleasure always. Bye-bye, everybody. Bravo.
This is the city of Detroit. versus Yoshira. or
Yoshira.
Yoshira. I'm sorry, Yoshira's son, Lewis, correct? You know,
Yes.
that's like that's a term of endearment in New York. You ever been in New York before?
No.
And all of the brothers, what's up, son? You all right, son? That's a New York and New Jersey term there. Case number SP 129-15151. Appearance for the record, Mr. Warbling.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ben Warbling, P64889 on behalf of Miss Lewis.
All right. State your name for the record, Miss Lewis.
Yoshira San Lewis.
All right. Today is the date and time set for an arraignment. Go ahead, Counselor.
For arraignment purposes, my client's going to stand mute and waive formal reading at this time.
All right, I'm going to enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. I'm going to give your client a $0 bond. I did pull your client's driver record up, and your client's driving record reads expired. That doesn't necessarily mean it was expired or never. It says here never acquired, but that doesn't mean that it was expired at the time of the incident. But what I will allow your client to do is I will allow your client an opportunity to get a valid driver's license. She should want that anyway. Is that what you want to, do you want a valid driver's license?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'll allow your client to do that. So I'm going to set a pretrial date for November the 28th, 2022 at 8:30. That should be plenty of time for you to go get a valid driver's license.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
So you bring in a license, we'll dismiss the ticket.
Okay.
All right, fair enough?
Yes. I have to show up in court.
No, you just show up on Zoom. I'll be able to check and see if you have a license, just like I checked and saw it's expired now.
Okay.
All right, but you're still innocent until proven guilty, ma'am. So like I said, remember, don't talk, you just might walk, all right?
Thank you.
Have a great day, ma'am. See you back
Thank
on November the 28th, 2022 at 8:30.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Barton, let's go back on the record with Mr. Eric Terrell Godbot. Mr. Barton, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Honor, I apologize for the delay. Can
Is
you hear
he
me?
here?
Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Barton.
Good afternoon to you and your staff, Your Honor. Darnell Barton, P83363, on behalf of Mr. Eric Godbot. Sir, can you state your name only for the record, please?
Eric Tyrell Godbot.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so I want you to have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Godbot in a breakout room just momentarily to introduce yourself.
Thank you.
Mr. Godbot, Mr. Barton is a lawyer that's making waves. He's moving and shaking. I see him out there doing his thing. He comes in to my courtroom very, very, very well prepared. So I would say you're in very good hands with this young man, and it really behoove of you to make a good relationship with him, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But he's a very good lawyer. So why don't you guys take a minute? I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, speak to him. I do have the discovery here. Mr. Barton, I'm gonna give Mr. Godbout a pretrial date. I have a $500 personal bond. Let's go over this. And you want to do this after you speak with him, Mr. Barton, my bond recommendation?
I would prefer, Your Honor, after I speak with
There
him.
he is. See, he already knows. All right. I'm gonna put you in the breakout room and we'll
Thank you,
get you
Your
the
Honor.
pretrial date when you come out.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Good to see
Join
you.
the room, please. All right, let's move on. Gun is gone. That gets me to Lane. All right. This is the city of Detroit versus Deontay DeJuan Lane. Case numbers, well, case number U413-91217. Appearance for the record, please, Mr. Ward. Wait a minute.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ben Warbling, P64889 on behalf of the defendant.
Wait a minute. Let me go back. Are you Deontay William Lane?
Yes.
You let me say all that knowing I had the wrong name?
Ma, I cracked the smile, but I thought I knew you'd get it right.
You got a lot of faith in me already. I'm gonna like Mr. Lane. All right. Let me go and do this over again. Strike that from the record. And Mr. Lane, have we had the pleasure of meeting before, Mr. Lane?
Probably a while ago.
But not that I haven't been down here that long. But I'll tell you what, you're a frequent flyer, Mr. Lane.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I currently just got my license. You helped me get my license, and these tickets.
Okay, so we have spoken before.
Yeah, these tickets are from.
He currently got his license, and he's doing everything that he could possibly do to get rid of it again. But he showed up in court.
Yeah, these tickets, Your Honor, happened before I had my license.
Okay, all right, great. Yeah. But that still doesn't negate the fact that you are a frequent flyer. And you know how you get and I'm not a frequent flyer. You know how you get fly around the plane tickets in Delta, and you get all these points and everything for buying and getting all these tickets, and they even bump you up to first class and everything. Well, you know what I do when you get all these tickets in the city of Detroit, right? I bump you right over here to the box. They put you in the box, you know what I'm saying? That's the benefit you get from being a frequent flyer in here.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, yeah.
Let me quit messing with you. I'm not really messing with you, but I can put you in the box.
Yeah, I know.
Let's call the cases. This is the city of Detroit versus Deontay, run his driver's license too. Deontay William Lane. Case number SP11566-982, SP11567-001, SP1297897, counts 1 and counts 2, SP1297951, SP1377971, 2070342222. Appearance for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ben Warbling, P64889 on behalf of the defendant.
State your name for the record, Mr. Lane.
Deontay Lane.
All right, today is the date and time for arraignment on the arraignment counselor. Go ahead.
Judge, for arraignment purposes, Mr. Lane's going to stand mute and wait for formal reading at this time.
Right, I want to enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. I'm going to give him a $0 bond for SP 115-66982, SP 115-67001, and for 207-034-222. I'm going to set aside the defaults on those tickets and give Mr. Lane an opportunity to be heard. This reckless driving, sir, has very severe consequences. This is like in my court, only really a drunk driving can really compare to this. And a drunk driving first, you're gonna get more lenient on a drunk driving first than you would on a reckless driving straight up. So I don't know if you want to hire your own lawyer, because the maximum, well, aside from the maximum possible penalty of 93 days in jail and $500 in fines, which I've never given anybody any jail time for this or anything. The implication that the Secretary of State has on your driving is a 90-day hard suspension. And then I think maybe 150-day or 180-day restricted, one or the other, and 6 points on your driver's license. That the insurance company will have their way with you with 6 points on your driver's license. So I can give you an opportunity either to take a defensive, well, I'm going to offer you the opportunity to take a defensive driving course. That's www.michigandefensivedriving.com. I'm going to put that in the chat. That's not my doing. That is what the city attorney wants somebody to do in a situation like yours, and they look favorably upon that. And so you have to make the decision on whether you want to do that or not. And you have to make the decision on if you want to get a lawyer for this case, and see if we can get you one appointed lawyer, or we can see if we can give you the opportunity to hire your own lawyer, if you want to do so. In the meantime, I want you to momentarily speak with Mr. Warbling in a breakout room. And while you're talking to Mr. Warbling, I'm going to put the information in the chat about the Michigan Defensive Driving Course. Join the room, please. Miss Lovely, you're back again. Why, Miss Lovely?
Well, I had a date to come back because they never took those two tickets off that you had ordered for to be taken off, and I could never get. I mean, I didn't. They just took them off yesterday. And so, I had to pay the other ticket, the $240, and I paid that.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Have you been to the Secretary of State yet?
As of when?
When is the last time you've been?
Thursday. When I came down there yesterday to 36th District, the lady at the window took them off yesterday, gave a clearance form.
Because you paid yesterday or what?
I paid yesterday also, but I
Right,
couldn't.
that's why she took them off. All right, so what did the Secretary of State tell you?
They said that I couldn't do nothing dealing with a car until them 2 tickets was taken off of there, and I pay a reinstatement fee.
Can you run this lovely driver record, please? Let's go back on the record with Mr. Lane. Mr. Lane, I've given you an opportunity to speak with Mr. Warbling in the breakout room. Mr. Warbling, what does your client want to do?
Judge, he would like to set the matter for a bench trial, actually. If that's possible.
It's definitely possible.
Right.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Lane?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I still put the information in the chat regarding the defensive driving course. That is something that the city attorney looks favorably on when he hands out the offers. That's going to be up to you on whether you want to take that offer or if you want to complete that class or not. But I put the class in there and I put my email address in there, so if you do take the class, you can send me the certificate ahead of the trial date. I need some more. Well, I got one more. All right, I'm going to give you a trial date for November the 28th, 2022 at 9 a.m. So if you go in the chat, I would take a screenshot of that in the chat. I do have a valid driver's license for Mr. Lane, and I'm going to congratulate you on that, sir. I know it's probably been a long road, but with some determination and you stuck with it, you got that valid driver's license. So that also the city looks favorably upon too. So don't hesitate to make sure that he knows that when you come back in here. All right.
Yes, sir.
You have any other questions, sir?
No, sir. No, Your
All
Honor.
right, so for the questions, the trial date is going to be set for November the 28th, 2022 at 9 a.m. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
All right. Have a great
Have a
day.
great day, sir. Good luck to you.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Selena Jean Lovely. Case number SP 1170821, SP 1349271, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 1349272, count 1. Appearance for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ben Werbling, P64889 on behalf of the defendant.
All right, Ms. Lovely, can you state your name for the record, please?
Selena Lovely.
All right, and as it purposes of arraignment, counselor, for the go ahead for the tickets that are being here for arraignment.
Yes, Judge, Ms. Lovely will stand mute and wait for a more reading at this time.
And I'll enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf for SP 117-08211. I'm gonna close that ticket out. As we told Ms. Lovely at the time, I have, she paid that ticket. That's a zero balance on there. So at this time, I'm gonna close that matter out. I would really like Ms. Lovely to get a driver's license. That ticket was entered into, the plea was entered into on 2/8/2022. The disposition, no, strike that. The plea was entered into on 4/4/2022. That failure to display generally gets a 30-day suspension. Ms. Lovely indicated to the court that I believe last Thursday, if I'm correct, she went to the Secretary of State, and the Secretary of State says she needs to clear up a couple of matters. I'm looking at her driver record now. And that no proof of insurance was dismissed by party that she entered into. I have that as one of the things that is on her driver record that's was closed out 4/4/2022, SP 117-08212. Did you get any kind of paperwork from the Secretary of State, ma'am?
Yeah, they gave me the 2 tickets that was on there, and said I had to.
Can you read the case numbers to me, please?
Where it says citation.
Yes, what's the case number?
SP 111-6212. And
that's 111-6212. Okay.
And SP 117-08212.
Right. Now, when you came down here, did they give you clearances for those?
The lady said she gave them to the Secretary of State. She didn't give me any, didn't give me a clearance paper.
What we're gonna do, is we're gonna follow up with that SP. All right, we're going to send a note to the abstract clerk just in case to follow up with that. We're going to give you an opportunity to get that driver's license. You may be able to go now, because it generally takes 48 to 72 hours. So I'm going to give you a pre-trial date to try to get that issue squared away. It sounds like you're on the right track. It sounds like they did what they said they hopefully they did. They said what they're going to do. Usually it does, but it takes 48 to 72 hours for that clearance to get there. We're just going to follow up with a note to the abstract clerk, and we're going to give you and we're going to close out SP 117-08211, close out, and give you a pretrial date on the rest of them. So that you could bring a valid driver's license in and we can have a discussion with the city attorney, your attorney, and find out what they will offer you. But the most important thing is now, let's get a valid driver's license, all right?
Yes.
Pretrial date is going to be November the 28th, 2022. 8:30 a.m.
8:30.
8:30 a.m. Do you have any questions, ma'am?
No.
All right, there's no further questions. Don't drive to the Secretary of State. Get a ride or catch an Uber. All right.
Right.
All right, Miss Lovely.
Thank
there's
you.
no- Have a very good day, ma'am.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
Judge.
Let's go back on the record one more time with Mr. Godbot. Mr. Godbot, I've given you an opportunity to make acquaintance with Mr. Barton. Mr. Barton, I've given both of you an opportunity to make acquaintance. I did set a pretrial date. I'm gonna set a pretrial date for November the 11th. No, strike that. November the 28th, 2022, for 8:30 a.m.
Your Honor,
And I've already done my standard thing. I got some standard stuff in place for a first time drunk driving allegation, Mr. Barton. But as it relates to your as it relates to bond, do you have anything to speak on about your client?
yes, Your Honor, if I may briefly, my client.
Speak up, please. I can't hear you. You got to use your outside voice.
Sorry, Your Honors. I think it's this headset too. Can you hear me now? Let me speak up a
I
little.
hear you now.
There we go. Sorry about that, Your Honor. So, as it pertains to Mr. Godbot, he actually is working 2 jobs at the moment, Your Honor. So he's a very productive individual. We understand the allegations, and you know, from my experience in dealing with these cases, I'm pretty clear on people who are what we call like the one bad nighters, and I definitely feel like Mr. Godbot is in that particular category. So, with that said, Your Honor, I would definitely ask for a personal bond. I don't think he's a danger to society in any way, and he definitely will be back in court as a client of mine for sure.
All right. As it relates to bond, I'm going to give him a $500 personal bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm going to have him test 1 time per week.
Okay. Not a
So, you
problem.
know, hopefully there's not another bad night allegation. And I'll keep in mind that this is still an allegation, so we will make sure that that's clear. He has an absolute right to a trial, and if we get to that point, we'll give him that. I'm going to tell him no drinking, and just staying out of bars for the time being.
Gotcha.
You know, I mean, it sounds like you got your hands full with work. I know sometimes people want to decompress. Just don't decompress during this case, all right? And we'll be good. Because I don't want to have to make any more restrictions, but I will if necessary.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And no leaving the state, I have to tell people this, no leaving the state without permission of the court. So if you have anything planned, sir, make sure that your attorney knows or the court knows. Do you have anything planned in the next few months?
No.
Or you gotta unmute, you gotta speak up.
Said no. You hear me?
All right, so with that, you know, I'm not saying I wouldn't let you go or anything like that. Just let us know, because that's one of the requirements of bond, and having an open allegation. I'm gonna give you the number to probation. That way you can set up the probation department should call you for the testing. I'll even give you a heads up, Mr. Barton. If Mr. Godwin is clear and everything is copacetic on the next court date with this testing and stuff, we'll even consider a motion to suspend the testing. If your client presents himself as you know, looks clean today, doesn't look like somebody, but you never can tell, you can't read a book by its cover, but he definitely presents himself in a good way. He definitely seems to be taking the matter very, very seriously. And I will make sure that, yeah, I'll entertain anything if they come up, negative. But in light of that, sir, if there's any missed tests, any diluted tests, or of course, any positive tests, the court is going to see that as a positive, and we're going to take actions and steps in the other direction. All right.
Gotcha.
Sounds
All
good.
right, that number to probation is 313-965-3414. We have your phone number. They should contact you. But if you don't hear from them by the end of this week, hopefully you can make sure you get a test in this week. Then I want you to get in contact with the court by Friday and let us know so we can make some adjustments. All right.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right. If there's nothing further, sir, I wish you the best of luck. And I'll have you back on November the 28th, 2022 for another pretrial, and we'll see where it goes from there. All right.
Your Honor,
All right.
if I may.
All right. Do you have any further questions, Counselor?
I do, Your Honor. May I ask the prosecutor on this case, is that Brother Goss? I can
That's
request.
gonna be Brother Goss.
Okay, I can request discovery from him. Not a problem. All right, I can get that. Not a problem. He's a good guy. All right, thank you, Your Honor. We're good to go.
Or like the lawyer out there and what was that? Hazel Park. He's gone now. He said, "Demand discovery."
Yes,
You know,
I would like to demand it from him. No,
he's trying to be a little bit polite. He's saying the same exact thing, Mr. Guy, but he's gonna get that discovery.
absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Hey,
All right.
appreciate Your Honor. You guys have a great
Sir,
day.
Thank you,
You as
Mr.
well.
Bud.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir. All right. This is Kevin, Charles Kevin Goodman.
Yes, Your Honor.
Another frequent flyer, right?
Yes, sir. Whatever.
You don't know what that means? You didn't hear me go over that with the last person?
I did.
You don't feel you fit in that category?
Unfortunately.
All right. All right. Let's go ahead. This is the city of Detroit versus Charles Kevin Goodman. Case numbers SP 1283569. Counts 1, 2, and 3. Count 3, count 2. I'm going to set aside the default. And count 3, I'm going to set aside the default. S1284969 counts 1 and 2.
Can you stop that?
Pardon me.
Sorry about that.
And count 3. And then count 3, I'm going to set aside the default. It's like when it rains, it pours.
Yes, sir.
On that was back-to-back allegations right there. Let's call. It's also called SP 128653111. Set aside the default on that. And SP 128653112 and 3. I'm going to set aside the default on count 3. SP 1305723 counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 13321. 08. No, strike that. Strike that from the record. SP 1339812 counts 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, she
Man, you got to pull over in 1 week to SP 1349567, counts 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna set aside the defaults on those. SP 1349571, SX 3685297, counts 1, 2, and 3. This is the state of Michigan versus Charles Kevin Goodman. Appearance for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ben Warbling, P64889 on behalf of the defendant.
Mr. Goodman, state your name for the record, please.
Yes, Charles Kevin Goodman Senior.
All right, today is the date and time set for arraignment on the warrants and arraignment. Go ahead, Counselor, and show cause.
Just for arraignment purposes, my client's going to stand mute and wait for a reading at this time.
And are not guilty plea on your client's behalf, I'll give a $0 bond, and I will enter not guilty pleas on his behalf. We got a little work to do, Mr. Goodman.
Yes, sir. That's why I'm here, Your Honor.
Have we had a conversation before?
No, sir.
This is our first time meeting each other?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, well, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to work this stuff down. It might take a little while. I can give you a pretrial date. I can say that one of the charges, the open intox of motor vehicle driver, that is a 2-point offense. I'll fine you $240 if you pled guilty to that straight up. It is an alcohol-related offense on your driving record. The only thing the city offers, which I call a non-offer, is a open alcohol in a motor vehicle passenger. And I'll call it a non-offer because it's still a 2-point offense, an alcohol-related offense on your driving record. It's gonna be the same $240 fine. A lot of the other stuff seems like documentation stuff, Mr. Well, I will point out, like I said, I was thinking when it rains it pours, you get pulled over. If the allegations are true, and it was Mr. Goodman that got pulled over, because somebody got pulled over. But if the allegations are true, and I saw the 25th of May, and then the 27th of May, and then I looked at it and I saw the 18th of May. So it's like 1 week. It must, I didn't see whether it was the same officer or not. Because if that is the case, I can see that this officer is just sitting there watching this. I know he doesn't have a driver's license. Pull him over. So no, it's 12/1/2021. The one got entered into the system. The other entered into this 12/5/2021. And then 12/5/2021. So I was mistaken. They were actually, the tickets were had on December the 5th and December the 1st. They just got entered into the system, what, 5 months later, almost 6 months later on. But nevertheless, we can get you a trial date and just clear it, try to clear it all up on the date of trial, or we can give you an opportunity to see if you can work this way and get the driver's license. I'll allow your client to pay these reinstatement fees up front if he chooses to. And do it that way. What you want to speak to Mr. Warbling in a breakout room, and you all can see if you can help him figure out the best course of action. Join the room, please, sir.
Me.
Okay. All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Goodman. Mr. Goodman, I've given you an opportunity to
Close
speak.
that front door. Sorry.
I've given you an opportunity to speak to Mr. Warbling in the breakout room. Mr. Warbling, what does your client want to do?
And Judge, my understanding, with the revocation, that's an issue because I don't believe he can obtain a license until it goes in front of an appeals board. So we would like the opportunity to maybe have a global resolution with the city and state prosecutors at some point. I don't know if we could set it for a pretrial.
All right, we can set it for a pretrial. Pretrial date is gonna be 11/29/2022 at 8:30 a.m. We will, at that time, get an offer on all the matters. And then we'll see if you still have the option of setting the matters for trial or resolving it on that date. All right, Mr. Goodman?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so I would get some money saved up either way. All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you have any questions, sir?
Now, when you say get some money saved up, ballpark figure,
I would say in the thousands, maybe one or two bands, they call it, right?
bands.
Bands.
I ain't seen none of them bands and
You've seen them before. You look like a guy that probably seen some bands before.
not in these 2020s.
I know it's tough. Get something. I mean, well, put it this way. I'm only saying that because if there's going to be some sort of plea and you're going to take some sort of deal, you got an awful lot of tickets sitting here. I don't know, what the city attorney is going to offer you, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, at least 13 misdemeanors.
I understand, Your Honor.
$240 a piece, it can get pretty expensive, but just bring something. Have something ready. All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. If there's nothing further, sir, I wish you the best of luck. I'll see you back on November the 29th, 2022. And if you want to do some community service to make up for some of it, I'll make sure that let that happen. But let's see what the city attorney is going to put by the way of offer, and then take it from there. And then you'll still have that trial right as well. All right?
That'll be great. You say the 29th
of November. Yes.
And 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30?
8:30 in the morning. If you get here, I try to put everybody in line in the way they come in.
Okay, so I gotta come to the court?
No, you don't have to come to the court, not unless you want to.
Well, I don't know my work schedule, but that'll be fine if Zoom.
Okay, so I'm gonna allow you to come on via Zoom, all right?
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing further, sir, I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you back on November